Good evening. My name is Carl. I'm a partner here at Zilman, and we are on the negative, the negative side of repealing the Affordable Care Act. Well, now we're all well aware that before 2010, there was a dire need for healthcare reform. Before the Affordable Care Act, the cost of healthcare was on the rise. Many families were forced into bankruptcy just to afford the care that they need, and also healthcare spending nationally was increasing faster and faster each year, leading to a higher national debt. And the Obamacare, or the Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, is a reform to answer these questions. First, I'm going to go ahead and re-explain some of the key features of the Affordable Care Act and how it does, in fact, help out the dire situation. And I'll go ahead and refute a few of the statements made. So first, the Affordable Care Act is a reform that aims to provide affordable, quality health care to all Americans. One way it does this is it excludes all pre-existing conditions. This is all coming from the U.S. Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, provided by healthcare.gov. It ends pre-existing conditions. Health plans can no longer limit or deny benefits due to a pre-existing condition such as asthma, diabetes, or cancer. Now we find that 1 in 2 Americans have or qualify for a pre-existing condition. This is obviously a huge factor. Also, the Affordable Care Act provides young adult coverage. People up to 26 can stay on their parents' plan. The Affordable Care Act provides free preventative care under every single plan that they have, and this is their main goal on how to ultimately lower costs, is to create a healthier country and prevent disease ahead of time, instead of limiting the health care for only the wealthy and only that they can afford it without a pre-existing condition. The Affordable Care Act cracks down on frivolous cancellations. It basically keeps insurance companies honest and accountable. It stops insurance companies from canceling coverage due to a technicality, an honest mistake, or insignificant information left out of applications. Sometimes a very costly procedure needs to be taken on an insurance for an insured. The insurance companies can go back and they can scour through the documents, and there's been cases where they can cancel their coverage in these dire situations. Also, it ends lifetime and yearly limits for insurance companies to set on people's health care. And also for accountability, there is a rate review that is in place to check insurance companies, where insurance companies must now publicly justify any rate increase of 10% or more. Also, there's an 80-20 rule, which requires insurance companies to spend at least 80% of all money coming in from premiums directly on healthcare or on quality of healthcare. No longer can an excessive amount be used for administration or CEO benefits or anything like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and refute some of the claims made by the affirmative here. The first was that the affirmative claimed that the Affordable Care Act depends on Medicaid and that it is not sustainable, essentially. And it is true that the Affordable Care Act depends heavily on Medicaid. That is one of the main criteria of it. However, it is self-sustaining, and over the time that it's been implemented, we've seen indications of this. Though time has been short, as you know, the exchange has only been open for 1 year. So 8.7 million people have been added to Medicaid. So let me just, like the main point of expanding the Medicaid for the Affordable Care Act is that it's meant to, designed to cover a previous coverage gap. And that gap included childless adults that made too much for traditional Medicaid, and also the working poor that made too little to qualify for subsidies. According to the Urban Institute, 6.3 million Americans fell into this gap, the majority of those being minorities and young adults under 25. It was also mentioned that some states were hesitant to accept the Medicaid expansion as it is optional due to a Supreme Court ruling. But we've seen states that did expand Medicaid saw was a lot more successful. More competitive markets were opened up that ultimately helped reduce costs, or saw less of an increase in costs. And also the Congressional Budget Office has projections for future Medicare and Medicaid spending for 2002 to be down by 10%, which is $147 billion. The other main claim made was that the Affordable Care Act will cause unemployment. The logic here is that it will increase costs to both individuals and employers, and ultimately people will not be able to stay employed. But the only problem with that is that since 2010, the unemployment rate has continued to decrease. In 2010, the unemployment rate was 9.9%. 2012, we see it at 6.7%. I'm sorry, that was 2003. And in 2014, this past October, it's 5.8%. So no correlation has been seen. Also, the overall cost of healthcare, despite what many kind of touted, the overall cost of healthcare has only increased slightly. An article in the New York Times experts has shown that the median increase has only been by 4%. Thank you.